What is up, guys, and welcome to the show today. We're coming with our fourth installment of Dynasty. Okay, so we're going to be doing top 12 Dynasty tight ends today. If you have a sec, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. As I've said every video, we're trying to get this thing as big as possible, especially by the NFL draft. So any help is great, right? I mean, subscribing, following, sharing the video around, posting it on your Twitter, telling your friends to watch, right? All of those things are great, and much love for doing anything to help me out. So let's get started today with our top 12 Dynasty tight ends. Number 12 for me, Kmet, coming off a pretty good 2023, tight end 719 yards, 6 TDs, over 10 points per game. I do really love Kmet as a talent. I'm excited to see potentially Caleb Williams, May, Daniels, etc., going to Chicago. I think that should help his efficiency. What I do worry about is he still may be the number 2-3 option. You know, a lot of mocks have them getting a wide receiver as well, and DJ Moore is a great player. So while I do think Kmet is a great player, I don't know if I ever see him as a top 3 or 4 tight end, which is why I have him here at number 12. But I do really like him as a player, and I think he's a great safe tight end to have on your team. Number 11, a guy who you could almost take the same exact story for, Jake Ferguson here, tight end 8 on the year, 761 yards, 5 TDs, 10.42 points per game for the Cowboys. Another thing, great talent. He is stuck behind CeeDee Lamb. We know Dak loves his tight ends, and I would expect Ferguson to be involved as such as long as he's in Dallas. Very similar to Dalton Schultz, right? Dalton Schultz put up very good numbers every year. He was paired with Dak Prescott, and I would say the same for Ferguson. I don't really think he can be the tight end 1, but I think he's going to hang around 6 through 12 in most ranks, and I think that's about the price you got to pay. I don't think anyone is charging top 5 upside with Ferguson. So if you need a safe, steady guy, I think Ferguson, Kmet are your guys. Someone who's a little riskier showed incredible upside this last year. How about number 10, Evan Engram, 2023 tight end 2. A lot of that was propped up by his catches, over 110 catches, 963 yards, 4 TDs, 13.55 points per game. That is a PPR points per game as well. I would expect things to slightly change with Christian Kirk coming back. Now, Ridley may be gone, but they're going to add another weapon to this offense. I still do really like Evan Engram, but I think this may have been his best year of his career, and I don't really know if he's ever going to match it again. Those catches are just probably not going to stand true with the number 1 weapon coming back to Jacksonville, who I've been saying Christian Kirk is all along. But with that said, Evan Engram definitely has the upside. His ADOT was pretty low last year. Definitely take a look at his stats. You know, his yards per catch was like 6 point something. So a lot of dump offs, a lot of short things. That's how he compiled all those catches, but still a very solid option in a tight end league, especially a tight end premium if you are getting points per catch extra for each tight end. Number 9, someone with that upside, David Njoku, man. I think with Flacco in there, he really started to show off the upside that a lot of people have been wanting to see from Njoku since his rookie year, where he was drafted as a first-round pick. Tight end 6 this year, 882 yards, 6 TDs, 12.57 points per game. Let's see what happens next year. Does Watson come back? Does Flacco stick around? Is Njoku really the 1A, maybe 1B with Amari Cooper there? But let's see if Njoku can take it to another level, kind of like he did down the stretch of the season. That is why I have him above guys like Engram, Ferguson, Kmet. I think Njoku has another level we haven't seen, where Kmet, Ferguson, I think we know what they are. Evan Engram, I do really like the upside we saw last year, tight end 2, but I think that's the best we're going to see from him, and I don't really see him matching that again. Tight end 8, George Kittle, tight end 5 on the year, over 1,000 yards, 6 TDs, 12.7 points per game. Just kind of one of those stable guys, right? He's been a top 10 tight end as long as I can remember, basically top 5, and this guy just keeps doing it. Still one of the highest rated tight ends in the league, and he's tied to a very efficient offense. So does he have tight end 1 upside? Probably not, because of all the other weapons in San Francisco. But George Kittle's going to be around, and I think he's a very good tight end to have on your team, because he is one of the few tight ends that actually has week winning upside, where a lot of these other guys are a little more stable players. Number 7, a super hard guy to rank, Travis Kelce, right? Probably going to be one of the first tight ends off the board in a redraft setting, but how many more years does he have left? 984 yards, 5 TDs, 14.63 points per game. He was the tight end 3. Keep in mind, he missed a couple games. Week 1, week 18, he sat out. I mean, still incredibly dominant. We saw that in the playoffs. Let's see what happens next year. Do they kind of rest him in the regular season? Like I kind of thought they were this year. I don't think they really fully unleashed him till the playoffs, but he's still tied to Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and he's going to be the number one target in that offense as long as he is there. So it's a really tough one to rank. If you're a contender, you ride him out. If you are rebuilding, you got to sell him. I really think it's pretty cut and dry on that line. Number 6, still just a potential upside guy, Kyle Pitts. Let's see if the new coaching staff can bring some hype back to Kyle Pitts. Tight end 14, 667 yards, 3 TDs, 8.08 points per game. Still kind of riding high off his rookie year being his best year, but a new coaching staff, coordinator coming over from the Rams. Let's see if Pitts can kind of just get himself back in that offense. He was playing hurt, we learned, and after the season, and he didn't look super healthy. So he still has that elite upside. Let's see if he can kind of just put it together this year. Tight end 5, another tough one to rank, Mark Andrews here. Tight end 13 on the year, 544 yards, 6 TDs, 13.54 points per game. Lamar Jackson's number one target, basically. The reason I have him down at 5 instead of up at 2 or 3 like I kind of did beginning of the year, he's getting a little older. He got that injury. And number 2, I think the emergence of Isaiah likely does matter. Now, I do not think he is better than Mark Andrews, but he's going to take some snaps, some playing time, maybe some 2 tight end sets. I don't think the Ravens can have seen what likely did with Andrews out and put him back to the bench. He's going to have to play because he's a big play guy. But Mark Andrews, still young enough to give you 3 or 4 more years. I'm not super concerned about his age per se, like Kelce's getting a little older. But I just think with likely there, I think things might be slightly different. Tight end 4, Dalton Kincaid, someone I super talked about last offseason. Tight end 12 on the year, 673 yards, 2 TDs, 9.39 points per game. Let's see what happens in that Buffalo offense. Does Diggs go somewhere? Does Kincaid start to take over maybe as the number one threat in that passing game? I love the future for Dalton Kincaid, and that's why I have him all the way up here at number 4. Number 3, Trey McBride. This guy has all the talent. He was peppered with targets with basically no one else in Arizona for Kyler Murray to throw to. I think that changes. I think Harrison or Neighbors goes there, and I think McBride has some target competition. But even a 1B in that offense, especially at tight end, McBride has the talent, and I am not concerned about him being a top 5 dynasty tight end, especially with his age. Number 2, TJ Hockenson, someone I'm not kicking down. He has the injury, but a top 5 tight end in back-to-back years, was pacing to be the tight end 1 until he got hurt. Just in the perfect situation, right? I really hope Kirk Cousins returns, but Kevin O'Connell is a great coach for him. He loves using TJ Hockenson, and this guy is just involved in the offense. 14.6 points per game, right? Only behind Travis Kelce in points per game. So I'm just not scared. TJ Hockenson is a great tight end. Kind of gives me, George Kittle vibes where he's going to be along and around for the next 5, 6, 7 years. So I think TJ Hockenson has plenty of career left. Great blocker, great receiver, very just dependable target. And tight end 1, no surprises here. Sam Laporta, the tight end 1 on the year, 889 yards, 10 TDs, 14.08 points per game. What can I say, man? He's young. He put up tight end 1 numbers as a rookie, which is unheard of. They use him in the red zone. They use him to get third down conversions. And Ben Johnson's back. Let's not overthink this one. He's the youngest one. Andy was the tight end 1 last year. He deserves to be up here, but good luck acquiring Sam Laporta. If you have him, you are not moving him. And if you want him, you are going to get charged crazy. You're probably going to have to play Brock Bowers plus, right? And Bowers is an interesting one. He will find himself very high on the list, probably with top 10, maybe top 15 draft capital. But those are my top 12 dynasty tight ends for right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, man, please subscribe to the video, like the video, comment below. Anything is super helpful, and I really appreciate it, guys.